All right, man. Over the past couple days, LeBron has been getting some heat for his ring culture take on his podcast, and these idiots on ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, Brian Windhorst, mainly those two that I've seen, have been saying that LeBron is wrong. But I 100% agree with LeBron. This ring culture stuff, he didn't say getting a ring is not... He didn't say anything about not wanting to get a ring. Obviously, he left Cleveland to go to Miami to win rings. Yes, that is 1,000% true. But is there anything wrong with wanting a ring? LeBron, regardless of winning these rings or not, would have been one of the greatest basketball players ever. Just based on his body of work, his stats. People are going to say he's stat pads just because he has all these stats. 40,000 points, 11,000 of rebounds and assists. Like, LeBron was regardless going to be one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Re-fucking-gardless. Absolutely regardless if he had these rings or not. Right? Jerry West won one ring. He was 1-9 in the NBA Finals, and he's the logo. And he's considered one of the greatest basketball players ever. He was considered one of the greatest basketball players ever. Michael Jordan, in year 4 or 5 before he won rings, was considered the greatest basketball player ever just because of how he played, how good he was, how basically unguardable he was, unless you're talking about the Pistons playing football with him. Like, Jordan even said it. Does Bill Russell having 11 rings make Bill Russell better than him? Or him better than Bill Russell because he was 6-0? No. It's based on eras. Bill Russell played in a weak-ass era. All respect to Bill Russell. Rest in peace, Bill Russell. Can't be one of the greatest basketball players of all time when you were probably by far the strongest and by far the tallest when you did win your rings. And you shot, under 40% from the field? And you were the center? All of those were putbacks and layups and dunks, and you shot 40%. I've seen clips of Wilt Chamberlain goaltending his teammates' shots and putting it back up. That's why he averaged 50 and 25, because he was doing that the whole time. So his stats are BS too now. Just according to all these people on social media, Wilt Chamberlain's stats are BS now too, because he was goaltending and just putting the basket back up. You guys like doing that with all the people back in the day. John Stockton's assists were BS. Michael Jordan's steals when he won Defensive Player of the Year were BS. It's just everyone wants to nitpick. It's like, and then when it comes to these rings, if you don't win a ring, you're not great. Not everyone can win a ring. Allen Iverson, one of the most talented basketball players ever. Pound for pound, the greatest basketball player of all time. Pound for pound. He was 176 foot, 5'11", however tall he was, at the point guard position, and led a team to the finals. He lost to Kobe and Shaq. Still one of the greatest shooting guards of all time. Charles Barkley, never won a ring. Went to the finals, I think, once. Lost to Michael Jordan. One of the greatest power forwards of all time. One of the most skilled and most talented basketball players of all time. Didn't win a ring. Patrick Ewing, you can argue, was one of the best centers at his time. Never won a ring because he kept running into Michael Jordan, and then he ran into, I think it was Hakeem, and then I think in 99, I think they made it in 99, 2000. They ran into the Spurs. Like, you're not always gonna win. James Harden, arguably top 3 to 4 shooting guard of all time, never won a ring. He went to the finals once when he was 6th man. Always ran into the Warriors. The Rockets are still struggling to not face the Warriors in the playoffs. I think Steph Curry is 5-0, 6-0 against the Rockets in the playoffs. And then Harden ran into the best basketball player in the world in Jokic this year with Kawhi Leonard, and they lost in 7. It's like Embiid hasn't made it past the second round. Devin Booker made it to the finals when he was, 23, 24? I think it was, 24, 25. Hasn't gone back. He's one of the best shooting guards right now, if not the best shooting guard. But it's this stuff really, really gets ridiculous. George Gervin is one of the most skilled basketball players in his day. Never won a ring. I don't even think he made it to the NBA Finals. There's so many. Russell Westbrook, one of the greatest point guards of all time, does not have a ring. Does that knock him? No. It's Wilt Chamberlain has 2 rings and he's top 10 conversations. Jerry West has 1 ring and people want to put him top 10, top 15, wherever you want to put him, maybe top 20. That doesn't affect his legacy. If he had 6 rings, he would not be in the GOAT debate. He would just be where he is. The whole ring culture has really ruined basketball because not everyone's going to win a ring. Not everyone is going to win a ring. If Giannis did not win that ring in 2021, that was not going to affect how great he is. Top 2, top 3 power forward of all time. If Jokic didn't win this ring, he still has 3 to 4 MVPs. That does not change the fact that Jokic is arguably a top 5 center of all time right now. It doesn't. If Kevin Durant never went to the Warriors and he doesn't win a ring in OKC, people already had him around top 10 conversations before he won his 2 rings. Steph Curry, you can make the argument if he didn't win the rings, he would not be high up, but that's because people would not have looked at him at that high of a stage. But Kevin Durant was still an all-time great, whether he won rings or not. Hakeem would have been top 10 with no rings. If Jordan didn't retire and they win 8 straight, there'd be no question Hakeem would still be a top 10 player. It's just, yes, great players cannot win rings. All-time great players cannot win rings. It happens. Allen Iverson, I just listed a bunch of players that never won a ring that are all-time greats. It's just the ring culture really, yes, it's not the end-all. Yes, that is the absolute goal. It is absolutely the goal to win a championship. Everyone wants to win a championship. But that doesn't exclude how great you actually were, whether you win a ring or not. Winning a ring is just, okay, yeah, we got to the top this 1 year or this 2 year or 3, however many rings you got. You got to the top. You got to the top however many times. But if you want to go based on rings, LeBron's going into year 23 and he has 4 rings. That means 19 years in the NBA, he was a failure, according to all you guys. Jordan, 15 years in the NBA, 6 rings. 9 of those years, he was a failure. Giannis, this is year 13. This is going to be year 13. He won 1 ring. So 12 years, failure. Allen Iverson, 15 years in the NBA, he's a complete failure because he never won a ring. He shouldn't be considered a top shooting guard. The ring culture, yes, I understand. Players want to win rings. Absolutely. No NBA player is going to tell you they don't want to win a ring. Tim Duncan, if he didn't win these 5 rings, would still be the greatest power forward of all time, just because of how great he was. Kevin Garnett, if he didn't win that ring in Boston, would still be one of the greatest power forwards of all time. The rings don't matter. It's brought up in arguments. It is brought up in arguments to show, oh, this guy got to the top and he didn't lose. That's why it's brought up. It's not, oh, Jordan has 6, LeBron has 4, or Kobe has 5 and LeBron has 4, so that makes them automatically better. No, because if we went based on that people do go based on that logic. I won't disagree with that. People do go based on that logic. But it's not the end-all, be-all. The rings are not the end-all, be-all. Yes, it's part of the game. Yes, you want to win as many rings as you can, but it's not, if I don't win this ring, I'm not an all-time. It doesn't work like that. Yes, it's brought up in arguments to say, yes, this guy went there and never lost, or this guy went there and won more times than he did, or this guy went there, lost more than he won, so he's automatically... No, it's not. It has nothing to do with that. But that's my take on the ring culture. Yes, rings do matter, but it's not going to show, because it's a